Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the 50 stack challenge number 3, which is hosted by Amy at Crafty Cat. Please check out her channel for the playlist, and also her Monday video is where she draws the weekly prompts so that you know excuse me, what kind of ephemera to make for the week. I am using this little box to store my ephemera in, and so I'm making various tags and pockets and folders and so forth. She kind of intended for this to be for Christmas makes so that you could get ahead on Christmas makes, but she has also said that it's perfectly okay to make just regular ephemera or fall or Halloween or, whatever you want. Her prompts are generic enough that they can go for more than just Christmas. I have done, like here's an example of a fall one, and I've done most of mine Christmas, but I don't feel like I'm going to need 50 pieces of Christmas ephemera. This one, for example, is just kind of generic winter, and this one can be used, really, I intend it to be for fall because I use the, kind of fall colors. But realistically, it can be put in any kind of journal. So, like I said, I've just been kind of altering what I'm doing so that I have a whole box of ephemera to use in future journals. And I can just go to this box and pick out what I want. This is the Tim Holtz little file box is what this one is. And I got mine from scrapbook.com. If you're interested in getting one of those. They're cute little boxes. And I love wood boxes. I have several that are vintage that I keep my supplies in. So, for a base this week, I am going to use these inventory tags. And I just like them because, of course, they have everything we like. They have words, they have numbers, and, all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to use this definition of ornament, which, did I say the two prompts are ornament and cat for this week? So I have this definition of ornament, and it says that it's a noun, something that lends grace, beauty, or festivity. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas ornament. It can be, of course, but I did Christmas ornaments on the one for last week, which was holiday decoration. So I wanted to do something kind of different this week. So my ornaments, something that lends grace and beauty, are going to be butterflies this week. So I'm going to use these two butterflies in my definition, and then I'm going to use this Kathy Holden fabric. I think the colors go well with my butterflies. I love the numbers and the script in the back. So we're going to use some of that to put on here. And it's going to be a fairly simple tag, but sometimes all you need is simple. So, to begin with, I'm trying to decide these little pieces of fabric I got in a set. Let me grab it here if I can find it real quick. What did I do with it? Here it is. These are all little 5x5 squares of Kathy Holden fabric, and they're called Junk Journal. And I got them from Lonesome Pine Quilts on the internet. So, and you just get you know, this whole stack, I think there's 42 of them or something like that. Let me look on the back. Yeah, there's 42 squares of all of her different kinds of fabric. So I thought that this was a good deal for journal making. Of course, you know, you would have to put several pieces together if you wanted to use them on a cover, which would look kind of cool anyway. But as far as for ephemera, they're the perfect size. So, now my decision is, do I want to rip this, or do I want to continue and use the peeking shears to cut it? I think I'll just rip it. So I'm going to cut it the full length width. Get your width and length straight here. Sorry for this video being on Saturday instead of Friday. I have been kind of redecorating a couple rooms in my house. And so yesterday I was moving some things around and painting furniture and that kind of thing. So I did not get any journaling done yesterday. And I haven't painted furniture in a long time, so that was kind of fun too. I did a piece that I have been meaning to do for a long time and just have not gotten around to it. It's actually two pieces that I combined into one. If I remember, I'll take a picture and post it at the end of the video, but it's two pieces that I picked up. It's like a vintage small dresser. It's got wheels on the bottom of it and stuff. It's a really cool piece that I got for 10 bucks. And then a top of a small hutch that has glass doors that is also very old. And I paid $10 for it. So for 20 bucks and a little bit of paint and elbow grease, I have a new cabinet to put my little, some people would call junk, I'll call treasures, in. Okay, now do I want to leave the square, or I'm going to put the ornament there, and I'm going to put one of the butterflies here and one of the butterflies here. I think I'll just leave it like that. Like I said, this is going to be a fairly simple one, but I think it will be good. Do some inking on the tag here. Find the right stopper. I keep telling myself I'm gonna put some kind of little mark on it so I know which one's which. And I don't think about it until I'm struggling to find the right one. And I don't know how you all keep your daubers, but like I won't say it's a dauber, I'll say I keep mine in this little kid's muffin tin that was for like a easy bake oven, or, you know, it says patty cake on it. So I have my sanding one, and then I have the 4 for the vintage photo, black soot, antique linen, and ground espresso, because those are the ones I use the most. Now, I have a bunch more for, you know, the pads for other colors that I use. But for my main ones, that's what I keep them in. If you run across those little tins, you know, they are very useful. I have several that I got in a lot off eBay. And I also use them to hold like little trinkets, like at Christmas time. I will take that and I will put all of my little charms or dangles or buttons or, you know, those kind of little pieces down in there. The smaller ephemera, anything like that, while I'm working on a particular thing. And that way everything's in one spot. And I just go and, you know, pull out of those tins. And then I have a bigger, regular size vintage tin that I keep all my little metal adornments in. I got that idea from Tim. Okay, I'm just gluing this down with glue stick. I think it's going to be fine for this particular application. I really like this fabric. And I am going to ink the little frayed edges here on the sides. And I don't mind that that hangs over a little bit. Okay, now for my fumble fingers. I think my fingers are suffering because I painted yesterday and it has been so long that they're very stiff today. Alright, I want a little piece of paper to go behind that, cardstock. Do I have something close? Let me look in my little work baskets here. See if I have something that's going to match. Let's do that. Just because it's close. And I'm just going to glue this on there and then trim around it. So is everybody having a good weekend? I hope that you are. We are now getting some extremely hot weather. Yesterday was miserable. I think you could have cut the air with a knife yesterday. It was just awful. And I know a lot of you have been suffering from that for a while, but this is really our first bout of just being pretty much unbreathable outside. I mean, it was terrible. Luckily, we really didn't have anything to do other than, you know, take the dogs out or whatever, so we didn't have to be out there in it too much. Okay, put that little scrap back up there. Let's just give this a little border. Oh, that almost blends too much. Almost need like an orange. I don't think I have an orange. We can put another one around it though, if we can find something. be orange in my Halloween basket. Nope, I don't have anything in here. Well, I do. There's orange. Let's use that. Sorry if I'm getting in the way of the camera. My little work basket's set up on my shelf. Okay, let's do that. So what are you guys working on? I'm working on some Halloween makes that I hope to get in my shop this weekend. I'm going to do some ribbon dangles for Halloween because I have some really cute Halloween ribbons left over from my hair bow days when I made hair bows all the time. That was prior to my granddaughter being 14 years old, obviously. Oh. Okay, that's better. All right, let's leave that. Yeah, when I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, my first thought was to do like some kind of architectural element, you know, like an ornament on a building. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll do like a hood ornament on a car and do like a really cool vintage car. And then I found that definition, which are in Christmas definitions that I got from, I want to say it was My Porch Prints, but don't quote me on that. And it, you know, just has a bunch of definitions, Christmas definitions. Okay, now I've got some little stringies. I'm trying to divide these into two and it's not working well. This is just where you fray fabric and you're left over with the strings. I save them. Not all of them, but a lot of them I do. That one's got a piece of paper right in the middle of it. We don't want that. I'm just going to put it kind of under the butterflies a little bit. Okay. I'm wondering, do I want to put a number 2 also, not a number 2. A number also. Get my numbers. Do number 7. My birthday is a 7. Oops, they're coming out. There's another 7. That one looks just like that 7. There's a 6. That one's too big. It's a smaller 6. Then we'd have 6, 7, 8. That could also be a 9. Then we have 7, 8, 9. Let's do that. The numbers are from Amy. She has them in her shop on Etsy. If she does not have any available, I'm sure if you send her a message, she would cut you some. She cuts them out on her Glowforge, and you get a ton of them. Okay, so let's glue our piece on here. Actually, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac since I'm gluing onto that fabric, just to be sure. I'm sure art glitter glue would work fine, but with this, I know I'm going to do it once. I need to refill my bottle. Okay, and then this is going to go down here. Sky. I'm going to angle him a little bit more. And I think I'm going to put the 9 right there. Alright, so let's glue this down. get our glitter glue for the number. And I'm going to get my micron pen and do the antenna, and I'm hoping it's going to ride on this fabric. Okay. And let's take this leftover piece. I'm going to try to rip it just a little bit narrower. Let's do it this way. I can get it in there. Well, okay. Okay, so there's ornament. All right, now let's do cat. For cat, I'm doing Halloween, and I'm doing a black cat. So with this one, I have a piece, I'm using the same inventory tag. The same kind of tag, obviously I'm not using the same inventory tag. I'm going to ink it up. And I have a piece of that paper that you saw me put on the back of it, which is actually the back of the other tag, which is actually a piece of Tim Holtz Halloween wallpaper or background paper. And I'm going to make a pocket to go just like this. Okay, so I'm going to glue that on. Very straight there, Tammy. There we go. I'm sure that's because I didn't tear it straight, but we can fix that. And see, these tags are very cool on the back too, because they do have a back, but you can still write on them. So the good thing about that is that, you know, there's something interesting back there. And it's not just a plain tag, but it doesn't keep you at all from writing and journaling on the back there. Alright, and then I have this really cool piece of scrapbook paper that I've had forever. And I want to put it on there. I think this is my last piece, but I really like it. I'm going to tear it down the side as well. I'm going to tear that top edge. Why not? Ink it up. Okay, and then what goes next? I think this label goes next. This is my kitty, my black cat. And I've got this 31 cents that I'm going to put on there. And I've got the Salem, Massachusetts. And that's out of the Tim Holtz Halloween sticker book. And I've got two butterflies because he looks like to me he's watching something. So he's going to be watching butterflies fly away. And then the butterflies, let me back up. I've got these 3 little cards that I'm going to put down in here, which are all Tim Holtz ephemera. There's a little flashcard that says Wicked. There's this little plain card that says 13. And then this little kind of bingo kind of card that are going to go in there. And then I'm going to take these butterflies and they're going to be like little tabs on the cards. So one would be, you know, like on the Wicked, and one would be probably up here somewhere, something like that. Okay, and then I have these little mummy cloth that I'm going to put under the butterflies when I attach those. And then I have some little just scrap stuff that I'm going to tie in the top. Alright, so that's the plan. So let's get all of this, and I would like to stamp this before I put it on there with like a crackle stamp, if I can find it. And I'm going to do that in Archival, and I'm going to stamp it and then give it a few minutes to dry. And while that's drying, we will put the butterflies on the little journal cards and that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. And let's get these ready. And right now I'm giving these kind of a grunge, but not too much, because I don't know at this point what kind of journal they'll go in. And I have different levels of grunge, I guess you could say. I'm putting that on with Tiny Attacher, obviously. And so I don't want to do it too grungy in case that the journal that they end up in, you know, is not as grungy. Look, I have crackle on my finger. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I want this one on this side. Okay, and then this one. And I might put some splatters on these. And I think I'm going to do those in my archival coffee, because it's permanent. And again, this, you know, these little flashcards, they're kind of slick. Okay, I think we're dry enough to glue down now. Let me ink this while I'm thinking about it. Okay, ink around this. Alright, so we know that's going on first. I think I'm going to trim that page a little bit. Make it more even all the way around. Okay, that's better. Alright, so we're going to glue this down. Let's ink this on the edges. And this was a baseboard number, and I took some of the layers off so it wouldn't be as thick as they normally are. I'm going to put my cat on here next. I think I'm going to ink around him as well. This cat is from a book that I got at the bookstore, and it's called Black and White Graphic Illustrations. And it's made, you know, the book was made for this reason. and stuff. And I think I got 3 different editions. They were like little paperback. Not little, but, you know, they're 8.5 by 11 paper cover books, and they were in the craft section of McKay's. I don't know if you guys have McKay's or not. It's a used bookstore. And one of them had all cats in it. One of them had like transportation, so it's got like trains and cars and stuff like that. And then the other one that I got is more like vintage people in different occupations and stuff. So that's where this cat comes from. And I can't tell you the author or the name of the book or anything like that because I removed the covers and took the pages apart, and I keep them in a file because it's just easier for me to go through a file to look for something than it is to flip through a book every time I'm trying to find a particular item like a cat. So alright, so I want my 31 to go right there. Maybe a little higher. Let me put my Salem on there first. It's just mounted. It's, like I said, it's one of those stickers out of the Tim Holtz Halloween sticker book thingy. And so I mounted it on a piece of cardstock to make it a little more sturdy. Okay, and then we have our little cards. They're gonna slide right in there. Do I want Wicked up higher? This one down here. Yep, I like that better. Looks like the cat's looking at it better. And then I'm just gonna take these. This is just like a cotton muslin kind of fabric. This is the same fabric, but I dyed it with Distress Oxide. And I believe it's the Seedless Preserves. I think that's what that is. It's either that or, what's the other one? Think, Tammy, think. Seedless Preserves or Dusty Concord. It's probably Dusty Concord. I'm thinking Seedless Preserves is a little pinker. Crunch that up just a little. So there we go. There's cat. So that's our 2 makes for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, it may be a little bit of stretch on the ornament, but like I said, I just did Christmas ornaments last week, so I wanted to do something a little bit different for this one. And then we have our cat. So that's it for this week, and we'll see you guys back on Sunday for the general journal making session. And I haven't decided what I'm doing for that one yet. I don't know if I'm going to be working on my Halloween little flip book or if I'm going to be working on the blue journal, but we'll see. Whatever I feel like at that moment, I guess, or whatever, whichever one is inspiring me at the moment. That's kind of why I have more than one thing going at a time, because I never know which one I'm going to feel like working in. So I hope you guys will join me for that. And like I said, I'm going to have some Halloween makes in the store, hopefully by the end of the weekend. I'm working on some ribbon dangles, and I also have 2 little books that I've started that are going to be little accordion books. So I've already got the bases made, and they're going to come in these little boxes that'll be decorated. These are my little Pandora boxes, which is kind of ironic if you think about it. Pandora's box, Halloween, you know, releasing evil. So anyway, I'm going to decorate those up somehow. I've got 2 of those, and I'll have I'm working on the flip journal, which I don't know if it will be done. I'll try to get it without getting in front of the camera here. This one. Things drop out of my little basket with Edgar Allan Poe on the cover. So we will see how much I get done on that one. So that's my coming up projects, guys. I hope you'll join me. Like I say, on Sunday, I don't know if we'll be working in that one or we'll be working in the blue one, this one. But we'll be doing something fun for sure. So thanks, guys, for joining me, and welcome to everyone who's new. And if you've been around for a while, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Each and every one of you are important to me, and I'm glad that you have taken time out of your schedule to watch me craft and run my mouth. So until Sunday, I hope everybody continues to have a great weekend, and everybody stay cool. And I will see you back on Sunday.